Welcome to Phase 4, Balance and Boundaries. This is where we stop trying to squeeze ourselves into schedules that were never built for real life or real women. If you've ever felt like you can't keep up, like you're always behind, or like no matter how much you do, it's never enough, this phase is for you. We're talking about building buffer time, redefining productivity, creating that balance that actually works, not some perfect 50-50 myth happening here, and finally stepping off the burnout hamster wheel cycle. You're going to learn how to work with your time instead of fighting it and creating a weekly rhythm that feels lighter, calmer, and way more sustainable. Let's get into it. Hey friend, welcome back to Release Your Inner Power. I'm your host, Shauna B, and today we are talking about something that I know almost every woman I talk to feels: the constant feeling of being behind. Am I right? Behind on emails, behind on laundry, behind on goals, behind on taking care of yourself, behind on life that you thought you'd have all together by now or have just in general by now. And if you've ever thought things like, man, why can I keep up? Or everyone else seems to be managing their life. What's up with me? Or I just need more time, man. This episode is for you because today we are not fixing your calendar. We are rewriting the relationship that you have with time. And I promise, by the end of this episode, you will feel lighter, calmer, and actually excited about what is next today for you. So grab your coffee, take a breath, and let's talk, friends. Let's get into it. There was a time and a season, if you will, where every single day felt like a race. But not only a race, like a race that I was kind of already losing, right? Like I would wake up tired. And then before my feet even hit the floor, my brain was already listing things, like everything I hadn't done yesterday that I needed to remember. And oh crap, whatever that is, like emails, or maybe it's work, maybe it's house stuff, mom stuff, messages that you forgot to hit send or reply to. And then instead of starting the day, I felt like I was trying to catch up to yesterday before today. You know what I mean? You know that feeling when I'm talking about like, oh, I got to do these things that I forgot. And then I can get to the stuff to today. Like time is like standing there, like tap, 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 like, come on, you're late again. Let's go. Let's do this. What's going on here? Like, let's get a move on, right? And I remember one afternoon sitting in my car after like running around and doing all of the errands that I had done. And I just felt so overwhelmed, like done, overwhelmed. And like nothing huge had happened, nothing big, nothing, chaos or anything like that. But I felt like drained. I felt mentally behind and totally emotionally stretched. And it was just overwhelming. And I realized that the overwhelm wasn't coming from because of all the things that I had to do. I was overwhelmed because I had the belief that I was always behind and catching up. Right? That's the story. My dragon was swooping in and like whispering in my ear. And that belief changed how I experienced literally every hour, every few hours in the day. So know this, okay? Feeling behind is rarely about time. It's about the story that your dragon is swooping in and telling yourself about time. So let's talk about that today. Let's talk about why so many of us feel this way, especially women that have busy schedules, busy things, all the stuff, like especially that, right? Because most of us are taught time like, be productive, stay busy, do more, check the boxes. How do we optimize everything? rest after everything else is finished. But here's the problem. Life is never finished. Life is going to be lifing over here, and you never know what tomorrow is going to be, right? So there's always going to be another task, another responsibility, another need pulling at you this direction, that direction. So if your brain believes that rest or satisfaction comes after the completion, you're never going to arrive. You will never have that rest. You will never have that satisfaction coming to you if that's the belief. And modern society norms quietly kind of reinforce this. So, you open social media and somebody's organizing their kitchen and their pantry and it looks all beautiful. And then somebody launched a new business. Someone's totally meal prepped and they worked out and they look like it's just the easiest thing, like ain't no thing, calm doing it. Meanwhile, you're like, I have reheated my coffee 3 times just today. And then suddenly you're like, what are you doing? Super critical comparison. Your normal life feels less than, and you start feeling disappointed about it. So then what happens? Your brain creates urgency. Okay. Urgency creates pressure. You're just slapping weight on your back, on your shoulders, right? And then pressure makes time feel like a total enemy. So I want to hit the pause button right now and I want to give you the reframe. So here's the reframe. You are not behind. You are living a full life in real time. Now, I want you to share the shift. I want you to share the shift. I want to share a shift that changed some things for me. And honestly, many women that I've talked to or that have been in my community have also had this little shift that has changed some things for them. And it's kind of like a big reframe that time is not a race. So I would say by and large ish, like we treat time like a scoreboard, right? So more done, more check boxes, more things that we have completed or done equals winning. Less boxes checked, less doing, less done equals we're failing. Okay. Time isn't measuring your worth. It's holding your experiences, right? It's a long line of boop, boop, dips in this life, and it's holding experiences. When I changed one belief about that, everything softened. Everything was smoother, easier, and kind of like I took the weight off my shoulders, if you will, and like set it aside, right? So instead of asking myself, like, how much did I get done today? That question alone, I'm going to side note here. That question alone is you're literally adding pressure. When you're trying to release the pressure, you are putting more pressure. How much did I get done today? Like, no, no critics, no critics here with the questions. Okay. Start asking, how did I feel today? How did I feel about my day? Now, that question alone slows down your nervous system. It reconnects to yourself to then take the next step because being productive or productivity measures output, but fulfillment, presence, and like the now measures it. That is what we want to measure. Holy tongue-tied of the words blah, 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 blah. Here we are with real life. So fulfillment measures presence. Okay. And here's something that's super powerful. Busy women don't actually want more hours. Like when you hear them say, oh my gosh, there's not enough hours in the day to like get all the things done. Really? Do you really want more hours to do more things? Is that really what you want? Right? They want less pressure. They want more breathing room. They want permission to exist without rushing around doing all the things. Time didn't change. Time is not changing. Like my relationship with time and my client's relationship with time is what changed. Is the belief, the relationship. So now let's get practical because I know that you love tools that you can use right now. So let's build this time relationship and flip the script on this belief here by using these tools, okay? We're going to rewrite some things in your brain. So, tool number one is we're going to call it the enough list because of the time relationship. You guys know what this is if you've been listening to me for a little bit. This is one of the tools that I keep bringing up. The enough list. So instead of the never ending to do list that you're always looking at, create a daily enough list. I use my notes in my phone and I just change my three things every single day. And as long as I get those done, I'm gravy. Like I check in with myself. How do I feel about these three things? All the things, right? And then ask yourself, okay, first of all, back it up a little bit. What three things? What would make today feel like it was complete, accomplished? Not perfect, just like, what am I happy with today? What three things that need my attention and time today to make me feel good about today? Only three. Choose three priorities max. When those are done, your brain will get closure instead of failure. So you will start to rewire as long as you get the three priorities, the enough list done, you're going to feel good about it. It's going to start to feel good about it, like rewriting that habit, right? In your brain. Now, the second tool is time anchors. Okay. Not time blocks, time anchors. So rigid schedules, super rigid schedules, tongue tied, often fail because life is so unpredictable. You never know what is coming, right? So instead of super strict hours, if you can create anchors in your day, it can help you. It can help you through the day. So it creates kind of a rhythm, if you will. So like a morning anchor could be one grounding action to get back to yourself, right? Midday anchor could be like a reset moment that you need to have. An evening anchor could be like a closing ritual, like journaling about your day or writing down your wins that you got for the day that made you like heck yeah, like feel good about it, right? More examples could be coffee without a phone, 5 minutes of just walking, maybe shutting your laptop and no screens intentionally, because doing these things throughout the day create more rhythm without the pressure, right? Without the pressure. That's key. Without the pressure. Okay. Tool number three, we've heard this one too also a couple times, is the 10-minute reset. When you feel behind and you feel that like, how do I describe it? Like oh man, I'm behind. I got to catch up, blah, blah, blah. And then you start talking to yourself and you feel guilty, like, pause, 10-minute reset, set a timer for 10 minutes, do one small action. Do one small action. Clear the counter, answer one email, take a stretch, breathe, go for a walk. Momentum will beat overwhelm every time. So sometimes you have to slow down before you speed back up. Okay. Tool number four. I want to flip the script here and replace the I don't have time language and swapping that out for something different. We're going to rewrite a story here. So instead of saying I don't have time, that's not my priority right now. Notice how empowering that feels. You move from powerless, I'm not sure, I don't have time, to intentional. Like, that's not my priority right now because I got my three things that are going to make me feel good about today intentionally, right? So now I want to give you something to actually practice this week because awareness is amazing and a power move, and then action rewires the belief. Okay. So here's your challenge for the week. The I'm not behind experiment we're going to try for this week. So for the week, every time that you feel rushed or behind, I want you to pause, hit that pause button we keep talking about, pause and say, there is enough time for what matters today. There is enough time for what matters today. And then ask yourself, what is one thing that could move me forward? Or what is one small step that I can take to move forward? Or one sticking a toe in to try something new right now? That's still going to get you that millimeter closer to what you want. Just one, not 10, not everything, just one step. And watch what happens to your stress levels during the week. Watch how your days start feeling different. Take note of that. Take note of that. Check in and see how it makes you feel. And just see how your week goes. If that's the space you want to be in, right? So before we wrap up, I want to talk directly to the women listening who feel tired of chasing their life around because, friend, you are not late to your life. You are not failing at adulthood. You are not bad at managing time. You have simply been living inside a system that rewards constant motion and checking the boxes and forgets about human capacity. Your life is not meant to feel like a deadline. It's meant to feel lived. And the beautiful thing is, you don't need a new planner. You don't need, some new schedule here. You need permission to move at a human pace, not a robot pace. And when you stop fighting the time and you start partnering with time, suddenly you're going to notice more moments. You're going to be able to breathe deeper. You're going to be able to feel more proud again. And not because everything is done, but because you are actually present in the life that you're living today. Inside your life today. Now, if this episode spoke to you, I want you to share it with a friend who always is saying, I'm so behind, or I need more hours in the day, because chances are she might need that little nudge and reminder too. And if you love today's tools, come join us inside Empower Her community, where we practice these shifts together with support and accountability. And remember, you don't need more time. You need a kinder relationship with time you already have. I am cheering for you always. And until next time, take one small step forward this week and watch what changes. Talk to you soon, my friend. Thank you for listening to today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the conversation, learned something new, or got some gems to take away that will boost your week. I release a new episode each week, so make sure to click that follow button to not miss what is coming next. If you love the show or want to share a story, send me a quick message. I love hearing from listeners. If you know someone who needs this episode in their life, go ahead and share it with them. I'm sure they would love you for it. If you are looking to connect more, check out the show notes for all the social links, my website. I would love to hear how this episode helped you and what you loved about it. If there's a topic you want to hear about, send that too. All right, ladies, now is the time to release your inner power. Are you feeling like you're behind or something's off, or you've tried to do something new and you just can't get on that wagon? You just keep falling off? Guess what? You're human and life doesn't follow a perfect timeline. Maybe the year didn't start the way that you hoped. Maybe your goals got buried under real life stuff. But here's the truth. You're allowed to begin again anytime you want, whether it's July, September, December, January. Progress doesn't have a deadline. That's why now is the perfect time to join Empower Her. We meet you where you are, help you build momentum, and remind you that you don't have to do this alone. There's still so much time left. Let's make it count together.